Good evening, salutations, my soap opera fans. So we got a lot going on today. I didn't actually even get a chance to put out my usual um comment. I usually put out like I'm going to be going live an hour before, but I really wanted to get out the B&B review because I felt like I was on the road today. I did my day's review. I watched it around 6 o'clock in the morning, so I was able to get that out. And then Y&R, they shoot the episodes a day early, so I was able to do that on Sunday. So the only things I really had to do was GH and B&B. B&B, I did that kind of at the last second, close to 8 o'clock. So I don't know how many people I'm going to get tonight, but, I'll probably, obviously tomorrow, I'm going to put out the notification a lot earlier. I mean, I've been telling people all week that I'm going to be doing lives Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock. Even though right now it's like 8:08, but like 8 o'clock, um, Eastern Pacific Standard Time. That's going to be Monday through Friday. Unless I have like a special thing going on, like if I have a collab or whatever, maybe do that on Saturdays or Sundays. But usually that's going to be the schedule. It's going to be a lot of fun. So definitely, um, keep your eyes out for that. I got done doing my review. My dad was calling me, so I wanted to finish up the review before I even got back to my dad. And then by the time that happened, and me cooking, it was a lot. It was a lot, but I also got some new ice cream. Well, I wouldn't even sit there and say it was new ice cream. It was just like more ice cream because it was on sale. So I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get this ice cream." I mean, usually it's like $7, which is insane for ice cream, I think. But I got it for $3. So, mm, I was watching a little bit of James review. Well, James live this morning or afternoon or whenever he came on, and in the beginning he was on for like a little bit, like maybe like a minute and change, and he was wondering if anything went out, if anyone got any notifications. And now I'm sitting there waiting to see, what kind of people are going to come on, how many people are going to come on tonight. So at first I was like, it's only been like a minute and change or whatever, just give it some time. But then I started looking at, how long I've been on. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I can. Yeah, I was like, now I can kind of see. Now I can kind of see what's going on. As far as why he was like, yo, what's going on? But I do want to get to a point where I start to do these lives and I don't have to post an hour before I go live to let people know I'm going live. I want people to get used to, the new schedule. This way, no one has to think about it. You just come on 8 o'clock. You know what time it is, and yeah. And I feel like I'm gonna have to put out um, a video, just letting people know that this is going to be new schedule, Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Pacific Standard Time. Then I'm going to be doing lives 5 days a week. So it keeps flip flopping between one and two. So three. Okay, all right. So we get some people in here. So I want to make sure everything is working. If you are in the chat, just say something. Let me know. The comments is working. Okay, good. What's good? How you doing, Nikisha? How you doing tonight? How you doing, Lisa? Sorry I didn't get a chance to put out my usual notification in the community tab, but I literally want to finish doing B&B, my review for B&B. What's good, DC? How you doing tonight? Yeah, DC. Yeah, I know. I know. But I was trying to get out my last review. I wanted to get out that review um before 9 o'clock. Yeah, no, Lisa, I heard about that. I heard about it. I think around 12. I saw it on my phone, and now of course I knew. So, but I don't want to. I mean, I understand that people want to mourn and stuff like that, but I want to be happy. I want to celebrate his life. Is what it comes down to. What's good, T Barry? I think that's how you pronounce your name. We got a new person in the chat. How you doing tonight? Yeah, DC. Yeah, it should be interesting. Apparently, from what I heard, that he passed a while ago, but the news only came out today. So it wasn't like he passed away today. It's been some time. I don't know how long, but it's been some time. Lisa says no one. Um, DC said, yeah, they keep the death on a hush hush. Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. It's oh, okay, okay, T Barry, okay, all right. Well, thank you for watching. Oh, okay, all right. November 11th. Okay. Well, I mean, I respect their privacy and everything. So now, Nikisha says, I wish we could know before we die. So instead of a funeral after we die, we could throw a party while we're still alive. Yeah. What's good, Crystal Williams? How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people are sad, and it's to be expected. But I want to sit there and try to, celebrate the the positive that he put into the world, and to the fans and stuff like that, and just celebrate his life. I mean, that's just the way I see it. But yeah, I gotta sit there and say I think that B&B between B&B, well, Days is also good too. Days is good as well. Days was good. Y&R was actually good, and B&B, B&B was actually really good. Okay, Auto 20. I mean, that's a little kind of a cold way to look at it, um. But yeah, B&B was actually really good today. I don't know if anyone actually saw B&B. Did anyone actually see B&B today? A Bold and the Beautiful. That was a good one. That was I was actually I was impressed and surprised. I mean, I didn't really care about the Ridge and Taylor stuff. Like you know, and Tom is going to Brooke's place to be like, "Oh, just leave my dad alone. My dad is happy now with Taylor, with my mom." I was like, "Bro, what are you like 7 years old?" No, Auto 20. I mean, I get it, but yeah, I'm not even gonna I'm not even gonna get into that. Actually, let me move this stuff. Right, so since I finished the other one, I was like, oh, and also this was on sale. So it's normally like I was meant to say this before anyone got in that normally this is like seven and change. I got it for $3 today. I am very happy because I ate the last one like a little piglet. And I'm not gonna lie, it's something about opening this up and having it for the first time that it's like, Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Wow. It's hard to describe, but it's some really good stuff. Really good stuff. But what did everyone like today so far? As far as like what soap operas they are watching, and do you see? That's a really good question. I mean, the sad thing is that I feel that at some point it will catch up to me. Like I will start gaining weight, and then I'm gonna actually have to, well, work it out or work out. And I guess I'm gonna have to start watching my weight. But until we get to that point, I'm gonna eat this and everything else like a little pig, like a little piglet. Well, I mean, I don't know, DC. For a while, here's the thing. For a while, it was actually hard for me to gain weight. Believe it or not. Now, Lisa says Chance did good by ending the marriage. Now, you talking about, well, tomorrow's episode? Because you know how you can watch it tomorrow. Abby. I should have put Abby and Devon was trash also, but I was so focused on Nicole and Eric. Nikki said, "Do you take vitamins? I worry you don't get enough nutrients. The soda and those noodles will deplete you." Yeah, Nikisha, I don't take vitamins. I don't. Lisa says, "Oh, today on why not? Okay, what's good? Stacks, how you doing tonight?" Yeah, no, it's bad. I don't take vitamins. I should take vitamins though. Now Lisa says, "Yeah, I remember years ago I wanted to gain weight so badly. I regret now it was perfect back then." Now T T Barrett says, "Why do you think today's GH was trash?" And then she says, "So I want to know your opinion." Or is your review? Yes, my review is up. T Barrett, my review is up. It was just trash. Like nothing happened. It was super boring, and I can't think of one thing that actually happened that remotely interests me. And then the whole Trina thing and talking to Spencer and just, oh, why did you lie to me? You should have told me the truth. And, just like rewinding back to stuff that we already know about. Like it just seems so uh, unnecessary. But yeah, I got my review up so you can watch that also. Now, DC says, I got a feeling Days would do a tribute episode for Victor. Yeah, they should. They should. He says Friday, Victor and Maggie celebrate their anniversary. Yes, they did. Nikisha, I really like this episode other than Finn. What did you like about Nikisha? I mean, I'm not being sarcastic. I really want to know your opinion on it. DC says Spencer was looking good. I'll give him that. Yeah, it's just too bad that their talk was just so pointless. Just Jesus Christ, it was pointless. Hmm. No, Steph says why Abby want to blame Chance for everything. She knows since he let her daddy off, they had problems. Stacks, she married a cop. And yet she still sitting there whining and complaining. You put your job before you put us. You stay late hours and this, that, and the third. Shut up. Oh my goodness. Just a nag. Like, please, Chance, get a divorce ASAP. Get away from that woman. Now, she says, I want that Bo will get the chance to be reunited with his dad, Victor, in time now that John Aniston is gone. He bears such okay. This is okay. Stack says Abby like being center of attention. Yeah, she's also a grown ass woman too, so that's sad. Nikki said, I liked everything but Finn. Glad Trina and Spencer talked. They needed to have that conversation as a woman. I understand why Trina needed it. Okay. Okay. I will respect your opinion. Portia was also pissing me off today. He says, I like Liz saying she won't messing with nobody she didn't give birth to. Yes. Yes, Nikisha, that actually was a good line. He says, so I don't think you know Albert, but Victor Keurig is his Bo Brady's dad with Caroline Brady. And Bo is returning from the show for the show days promo. Yeah. No, I didn't know that, DC. But yeah, I do know that Bo was returning now. Nikki said, I don't like Carly being nosy, but that's Carly being Carly. Yeah. It just kind of seemed like a pointless scene. Half of this episode seemed like it was a pointless scene. Stack says, I feel like Trina's going to see Spencer making him more depressed. Yeah. Blackmon is in the chat. Blackmon says, hey, I'm A. Albert. Sorry, I'm late and missed the live stream Saturday, but watched it today. Okay, yeah. Blackmon, whenever you're here, you're on time. I appreciate whenever you come in. So thank you for joining. Yeah, it was a fun live stream. Saturday. It was a lot of fun. Finally got the as DC like to say, quote, the Holy Trinity. So that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. See, I love doing videos like that. I think my only thing is that I miss talking to the chat and knowing that people are talking. And I mean, I find it very difficult to sit there and always talk with the chat and talk to people. Especially when I'm doing a collab. So that's the only thing that I'm not a fan of. Because I love talking to everyone in the chat. He said, I like Curtis Marshall. I'm so thinking maybe Marshall isn't even schizophrenic. Yeah, I mean, the way they kind of squashed that so fast, it was just like, we're gonna sit there and see if you're schizophrenic or whatever. Okay, you're not schizophrenic. I kind of would have liked if he actually was. Then it would have been interesting. It was just like, nope. And then I'm not even gonna lie, the way that here's the thing, the way that they were celebrating, I don't know why this actually gave me a bad taste in my mouth, but the way they were celebrating, like, oh, I'm so happy that you don't have the genetic markers, and it's like you shouldn't say that like it's something to be ashamed of, you know? You say, yeah, it was tough to do when you're blobbing. It makes me feel like you're ignoring the chat when you're not. It's just a balancing act. Yeah. I mean, hopefully I can get better with it, or, I don't know. We'll see. Spike Quick says, I'm here and I'm late. I was busy and I hate Sabrina scenes and Finn and Alexa scenes, and I feel like Portia is lying. Curtis does have the bipolar disorder. It would be interesting if he did. Now, DC says, I would like Marsha to have a schizophrenic episode, maybe hold everyone GH as hostage. I don't know. I would enjoy that. Well, damn, DC, you feel like you're giving me Auto 20 vibes. Nikki said Josh shouldn't call Sunny. I'm wondering if Adam is actually the hook. He asked about Trina today. Yeah, yeah, I remember that. And I mean, here's the thing: if they do make Adam the hook, it'd be kind of interesting because right now he was kind of just like not really doing too much of anything except for just being nosy and annoying. She says, I know it was giving Auto 20, but more so that it would drive story if Marshall had his. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Nikki said, I don't expect you to engage as much during the live. I think we all understand that it's difficult when Copland because you are talking to each other. Okay, thank you. No, I appreciate it, Nikisha. I do. I do. Thank you for your understanding. But you know how I always love to sit there and vibe with the chat, vibe with people and stuff. So I appreciate that though. Now Spider Quick says, is Adam Sunny's real life? Yes. Spider Quick he is. DC says, but the hook is a woman, and like I said, this isn't passions, or maybe GH will go that route. That'd be kind of interesting. Stack says Portia thinks she doesn't have to tell Curtis, put pressure on her, Jordan, because Curtis and Portia's been downing Jordan for no reason. I can't wait to see his face. Me either. He said, yes, Adam is the guy talking to Josh today. In real life, Maurice Bernard's son. What's good, Jakaris? How you doing? I was trying not to eat that too fast because apparently you get like brain freeze. I don't know what the hell that's about. But Lisa said Adam shows interest for Trina, maybe replacing Rory with Adam. I mean, yeah, Lisa. I mean, if they make him actually good and fun and everything. And Chikara says, fun fact, Adam played young Sonny. Yes, I remember that. I actually want to go back and watch that. I never actually watched that whole episode before. She said, no, it's impossible to be a woman, but I expect she used to honor his own. And the kid said, I know it's supposed to be a woman, but I don't expect Jews to honor its own writing anymore. Chikara said, how you been? I've been good. I've been good. I did my day's review really early in the morning. I actually finished all my reviews before 9 o'clock. I am doing fantastic on that level. Now DC says, so what if Adam is dressing up as a woman, killing everyone in Port Charles? It will be giving passions, and I'll be here for it. Remember when Victor was a half man, yeah, on passions. I don't remember that, but I'm pretty sure other people do. Stack says Diane sent Jeremy Starks to jail. He's going to want blood. Yes, he is, and that's going to be interesting. And of course, you got the three wicked witches of the West, because apparently they got nothing else to do with their lives. Black Mud says, I want to say I miss John. Yeah, his one. Yes, yes, Black Mime. Especially in the last episode, even when he was talking about Xander's job, and Xander was talking about redneck pharmaceutical, and Victor was like, sounds made up. And I don't know why, but it just made me laugh so hard. He was like, that sounds made up, bro. He said, I thought with Heather back, Olivia would have psychic visions again. Yeah, I would appreciate that than her being the usual annoying nag that she is. Lisa says Diane never seen Adam. Diane said the killer seems familiar. Spiderquake says until yesterday I never knew Oh, you never knew Brock TV smoked. Yeah. Well, if you follow him on Instagram, Nikisha says I would love Liv to have visions again. Nikisha says Adam seems familiar because he looks like his daddy. Yeah, yeah, he does. I don't know. It's weird. People sit there and say I look like my dad, and I don't see it, but okay. Stack says I love them because Diane been messing with Phyllis since she's been back. My son, your daughter, our grandson. How is that messing with How's that messing with Phyllis? Phyllis has been messing with Diane since she's gotten back. Um, since she's gotten back to Genoa City. Phyllis is the one who can't get over a 30-something-year-old grudge with those other two women. So, Stacks, I respect your opinion. I just don't understand how Diana has been messing with Phyllis. You have to explain that one for me. She says, honestly, Adam looks nothing like Maurice. If anything, the actor that played Dante looks more like Maurice. Lisa said, why did Carly take Liz's picture? Lisa says Diane has done nothing to feel. That's what I've been saying. That's why I'm Lisa. That's why I was trying to understand what Stacks was coming from. Lisa says Diane's about to be the next Mrs. Jack Abbott, and Phyllis can't deal with it. Phyllis needs to like get a hobby or something, or get a man, or both. Now, Spider Quick says Nina might be able to handle Sunny well because I remember this one girl's name who Anna Valentine Fenn and Nina was up against Cassandra Pearson. Yeah, but here's the thing, Spider Quick, because you started watching this in 2017. Sunny has been through some stuff with the mob, and Carly handled it like a rock star. Nina's never been put up against that stuff, so we'll see. Stack says no, Diane has been needing her, and she's blew up, and she knew Jack was right there. Stacks, you just agree that Phyllis is a grown ass woman and she should learn how to handle her emotions a lot better. If I come into the room and somebody is bothered by me and I say something and they get set off even though I'm not insulting them and they act like a fool in front of Jack, that's not really my fault. That's something that Phyllis seems like she needs therapy for. DC says, I honestly feel like if Phyllis was no longer on screen, I wouldn't even notice. Um, what's good, Tracy? What's good, Tracy Stevens? How you doing tonight? How you doing, Valerie? Lisa says Phyllis is the one that has been waiting for Diane to explode. Exactly. Blackmon says Douglas called Thomas out about him framing Brooke. Yes. Blackmon going to be putting on a review. I loved it. I Blackmon, if they did more moments like this, I may actually have to sit down and watch B&B first. Now Nikisha says, I think they have the same face. The son just has a fair complexion. DC says Diane is the only woman so far in my almost 20 years of watching I know that I feel has true blue chemistry with Jack. Crystal Williams says Phyllis, Nikki, and Ashley is giving me Karen vibes. Oh, definitely. I 100% agree with that, Crystal. How you doing tonight, Valerie? I know I said that, but I'm gonna say it again. Now Tracy says, just want to tell you, you're doing an amazing job, going live daily, and I love that you have this set time. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Tracy. I love being here. I really do actually love being here. I love actually having a set time. This way, people have an idea, and I feel like I'm ready to do that. So thank you, Tracy. Thank you for saying that. Shannon says, what if Carly plans info that Liz's parents are also Willows? I'm going to read that again, Sharon. What if Carly plants info that Liz's parents are also Willows? DC says Nikki Newman has parents are also Willows. DC says Nikki Newman has always given Karen vibes, so I agree. I'm glad you're doing good, Valerie. Lee says I can't watch B&B. There's no way to turn. There's no way to turn Thomas' character around. I will have Douglas permanently. He might as well write Thomas out. I don't know. Lisa, Thomas is actually doing pretty good. The Thomas and Douglas scene won me over. Oh, hmm. All right, and that's good. Now, Spider Quick says I forgot because it was around 2018. 19, did Cassandra die or go to jail? On the run. Also, wasn't she the one who had Anna kidnapped in the car? I don't remember that, but Spider Quick, I think she did die. He says the only time I like Nikki Newman is when she's drunk. See, Nikisha, it's comments like that, and I'm just like, this is why I endorse. And I'm gonna sit there and say, this is why I endorse you being, you having a YouTube channel and talking about soap operas because you would kill it, and I'm here for it. Now, DC says I would love to see Hope love Thomas through his mental health struggles. It could be the love story of the century. DC says I was only able to tolerate Nikki when Catherine was alive. He said I think Catherine had just died when I started watching. Tracy says, "What are you eating tonight?" Well, I'm eating this amazing ice cream and my noodles that I didn't touch yet because the damn ice cream is so good. I don't know what is it about. Maybe it's because it's new. I noticed it the last time that this ice cream just gave me that feeling like when you first buy it, you first open it up, as opposed to when you've been having it in your refrigerator for so long. Um, Now Lee says, are we going to, where are we going to here? I told you so from Brooke. Are they going to pull another too much story to excuse his behavior? Tracy, I love how you show the whole. Oh yeah, yes, definitely, definitely. I got to sit there and show the whole tube. Now Nikki says, I would like that Hope and Thomas love story if he got help and we saw him struggle. Shakira says, Days was good today. Days was really good today. He says, I'm so happy Bo, Hope, and Megan are returning to Days. Hope is going to be in for the shock of her life when she realized Megan didn't die from the battery acid from the 70s. Oh, DC also, Sierra's coming back. I don't know what that's about, but okay. Days is just the best, DC says. Spider-Quick says the first storyline I remember was when Sam shot Sonny and he fell down some hole, and I think the first mayor storyline so was Steve B. Jason come back when Ava was in Russia fixing her face. Yeah, that was a while back. That was a while back. I still remember that. Quite. That was a good story. But they did drag it out though. I will say that much. Now DC said we'll have to see Sierra meet Alex, who is her cousin. Spider Quick says I was 9 or 10. Wow. But yeah, the social. I said this in one of my reviews. I was like, 3 out of 4 wasn't bad. Lisa says Sierra married her look-alike cousin. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, see, here's the thing, Lisa, and pretty much everyone in the chat. I don't think that Ben is coming back, though. I mean, yeah, Sierra's coming back, but I don't know if Ben is actually going to come back. I was just so surprised to actually see Sierra. And of course, now at this point, I guess they're going to do, well, Kate got, I don't even know if, what, screw it. The promo's already out. But I understand Kate died, right? DC says, yeah, they won't be bringing Ben back. That's done. Yeah, so Kate died. Orlena's slowly dying again. And at some point, probably Kayla dies too, because you all see them like in heaven or whatever. DC says, I think they're only bringing Sierra back temporarily because of Ball's return, which makes sense. Yeah. I'm with it. I'm with it. I guess I'm just surprised that she came back at all. She seemed eh, like she didn't really, like, she really wanted to leave. DC says, when they all die in the promo, I smile, finally some good soap. DC, you know how many people are going to sit there and start complaining about that, right? Lisa says, even so, wouldn't they make fun about him looking familiar? Yes. Yes, that is true. That is so true, Lisa. Lisa said, it's not giving auto 25s, I promise. Spuddy Quick says, out of 5 years of watching GH, I don't feel bad for a damn person who went 6 feet under. Okay. Stack says, how Josh gonna get Dex out her dorm and Alexis gonna do something stupid. Watch. Jordan was nonchalant. Yeah. Stacks, that's a really good question. How is Josh actually gonna get this dude out um of the dorms? Well, she's not gonna get him out the dorm. She's gonna get the antibiotics or whatever. She's gonna get that to him. Spotty Quick says more people knew news to go ASAP. Shannon says Drew is gonna help Willow and Michael, her parents. DC says I got a feeling Sierra will see Alex and say her cousin Alex, you look different. Yeah, they're gonna be, DC, they're gonna be snitting cracking some sort of jokes. Lisa said, I think Carly will help Dex. That might be interesting. He says Josh is stupid for not calling Sonny. Yeah, now that the dude is literally burning up, Stack says I saw Willow going to look for her biological parents. Like Quick says, needs to go, Oh, okay. All right. He says, I want Josh to catch an ancestry after the. Oh, except fact charge. Ooh. Maybe I can actually put up my other thumbnail again. That'd be interesting, Akeisha. Now, this is I saw from the promos. Chanel killed Sloan's mom. Yes, that is true. DC. Now, I did sit there and say Sloan was emotional, like she was invested. Like something happened to Sloan at some point. I said it. I said it. I said that Sloan was involved. Like it was something that was personal. Ooh, that's gonna be great. Now Valerie says, wait till Cam finds out about Dex. Oof. Yeah, Valerie. Lisa says, what about Jada and Ray pairing? I can see that. They can do better than Trash, Eric, and Nicole. Lisa said, you did say that too, that Sloan was tied to the murder thing with Chanel. Yep, I called it. To be fair, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person in the world that called it. But I called it. Lisa says, I'm thinking Jada may be Steve's daughter. What makes you think so, DC? Now, Spider Quick, you just say P. Um, no, no, whoever you are, I'm very happy being alone. Thank you. She says maybe I'm tired of being alone. Yeah, whenever I feel like that, I do a lot of research. Spider Quick says doesn't matter to me, but why your thumbnails never match the videos? I don't know. It's just for fun, really. Spider Quick, it's literally just for fun sometimes. Like sometimes I'll just find random ones of ones I just find kind of stupid and just be like, all right, I'm putting it out there. Hey, Valerie, it's funny when Brock was not there talking about like a way to relax and stuff. He was like, well, I do like cigars or whatever to relax. And I didn't even think about it at the time. And I was like, you know what I do to relax? Research. DC says because Steve knew Jada's parents and Jada looks like she had that same PI thing going on, so she could be his daughter. Right Quick says that Nina thumbnail every time. Much love. Yes. I don't know. I love to sit there and play around with the thumbnails, really. There's a movie that I really like that I can watch like 1,000 sometimes. Has anyone ever heard of the movie Don John with Joseph Gordon-Levitt? I think that's his name. DC says most times I'd be finding out what happened in GH through Robert's thumbnails. That's why I never watch his channel after I finish watching GH. But DC, sometimes I'll just put out random thumbnails too. So Stack says by Willow not telling nobody she got leukemia. Carly can't tell her. She knows who her mother is. Yeah, Stacks, and it's going to be right towards the end. It's going to be right towards the end. Right towards the end. DC says, but those thumbnails are always accurate though. You know what? I actually had to think about that. They are kind of accurate sometimes. Yeah, there's a movie. There's two movies I could sit there and watch over and over again. I think it's called Pain and Gain, and the other one's called Don John. And I think people know why I like Don John. DC says, but Jada is related to someone in Salem, or else she literally serves no purpose. I don't know. I don't know if she doesn't serve any purpose, DC. I mean, they can. I don't understand how she wouldn't serve any purpose. As Spidey Quick says, I ain't trying to date till I'm 18 years old. Relationship as a kid never lasts. I don't know why kids date. You must be desperate. Hmm. I mean, or Spidey Quick, maybe they just find the right one. I mean, yeah, there's times where it's a recipe for disaster, but DC said that was so random. What was random? You mean the Don John part, or the Jada part? Shannon says, R.I.P. the great John Aniston, Victor K. Yeah, there's a lot of good positive memories. I'll sit there and say, and that's what I'm gonna choose to focus on. Lisa says Jada's father was friends with Steve. That is true. Lisa says, but to add, I didn't. Oh, okay. But to add, I didn't date till I was 21. Best decision either. Lisa says Jada replaced Lonnie and Eli. Yeah. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. You are right about that. By the way, I don't know if anyone actually saw the promos, but they're supposed to be bringing Eli back for a little bit. DC says that was in response to, oh, yeah, no, I know what you meant. He says, are you under 18 Spider-Quick? Yeah, I think, I don't want to reveal Spider-Quake's age. I know that you did at one point, but I mean, it's only if you want to reveal that. He says, right, do we have children in the chat? Spider-Quick. Spider-Quick says, I said it, but yes. No, I mean, I know, oh. Oh, okay. All right. You know, no, Spider-Quick. I know, I remember your age. I didn't feel comfortable saying it unless unless you wanted to say it. I wasn't gonna do that. But yeah, how was I talking about? I think uh, I had a line that I was gonna say, and I can't remember it, and I feel like I have to sit there and say it tomorrow. I was thinking about it this morning. He says, "Oh, I didn't know." Now I'm wondering how much all the stuff I've been saying in these lives. Nikisha, you're fine. I don't think you've been saying too much wrong stuff. And to be honest, I say research. So, DC says you were talking about how Jada replaced Lonnie and Eli. I mean, in a way, kind of. Being as far as like the cop role and everything, Spider Quick says doesn't matter to me. I knew everything inappropriate and stuff since 8 or 9. Jessica is in the chat. Yeah, Jessica, I'm not gonna say the age. And in all reality, I don't think we ever really bought stuff for that live on Saturday. We don't usually say anything that's like hardcore. We all contribute. She says this chat just went from as the world turns to all my children I'm playing. But yeah, I mean, I don't think we ever really said anything that was like super vulgar and stuff. Except for Saturday. Except for Saturday. Saturday, I went back and I replayed some of the stuff that was going on in the chat, and I was like, and of course, I'm not going to talk about that. DC says now everybody's gonna be DC says now everybody's gonna be on their best behavior. Despite a quick plus, I know all about the research. I'm sorry, the kids. It just took me a second to really. The kids just. I'm gonna have to sit there and say stop laughing. So yeah, the kids said we all contribute to the language. uh, Nikki said, no, I'm not talking to a kid about Reese. I live for stuff like this. I really do. Um, More the laughing than anything else. Now, Lisa says, and the promos didn't it sound like Nicole wanted Jada to get rid of. Yes, Lisa, it did. Yes, it did, Lisa. Nikki said they got laws against this. Now, Stack says Sally saw Jill and act like she was so important, but Jill saw through that. Yes, she did. Which was funny too. I was like, Sally, what the hell are you doing? She says the only research I do is on the Spider-Quick says talking about laws. Can Carly go to jail from hiding Willow's secret? No, no, Spider-Quake, she can't. Just like in reality, Nina should have never been on trial for, hiding Sonny in Nixon Falls. That's just being a bad person. Now, Jessica said, did anybody else think something about Curtis did not having any of had daddy's genetics? Yeah, that's actually Jessica. Now that I've thought about that, yeah, I was thinking more about the whole. They were happy that Curtis wasn't schizophrenic. I thought that just put me off. Spider-Quake says, "Sure, DC, stick to." You heard Spider-Quake, yeah. You stick to that. He says, "Yes, think Marshall ain't schizophrenic either." Hmm, that's very true, Nikisha. I mean, no one, he said that he was schizophrenic and that's why he left, and everyone just took him at his word. He said, "Or he isn't Curtis' real dad." Yes, very good point, Jessica. Jessica says, "I was thinking that's not his dad." Valerie says, "Hat Daddy was so happy." He was. And you know what? I was so busy thinking about the fact that they try to put schizophrenia, like that was such a bad thing. Like, oh, I'm so glad happy have it that I didn't even think about that. Good call, Jessica. Lisa says Trina brung out Curtis while talking to Spencer in jail. Doesn't seem like she will be too close to him. Oh, she definitely not gonna be too close to him when that happens. Stack says, what if it skips him? But what about his kids? Curtis gave Portia a look today. That's true. DC says, so if it isn't Curtis' dad, then who is? Spiderquick says, imagine Taggart is her real dad. DC says, all the talk about schizophrenia on GH, they haven't even told us exactly what schizophrenia is. Did you guys notice that? Good point. Nikki says, I don't care enough Curtis to speculate. Jessica says, same, Nikisha. Same, same, same. Tomorrow I'm actually gonna go see I'm gonna go see Black Panther. And I'm really excited to see it. And I know I'm probably gonna be missing stuff because there's still Marvel shows that I need to catch up to. But I'm excited to see it tomorrow. Shannon says I love that Bo and Hope are back. Can't wait to see them with Harris Michaels. Yes. Same Sharon. Shannon. DC says Curtis is just good to look at. That's it. Other than that, he feels pretty irrelevant. Spider Quick says DC hooked a few people in Black Panther. I believe that's Spider Quake. Jessica says, "Oh, I was gonna go see it too. It looked like it's gonna be fun." Jessica, it looked like it's gonna be fun, and I support all things Marvel live action. So I think it's the last movie I'm gonna see of the year until Megan comes out. Megan, I'm gonna go and see. Um, Stack says I can't wait to Curtis get egg on his face. Me too. Jessica says this day has been sad. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm gonna try to look at the positive stuff that he gave us. Now, DC says the first Black Panther was probably the first and only Marvel movie I've ever seen. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I get it, DC. Not everyone's into the Marvel stuff. What's good, Grams? How are you doing today? Riley says yes here in Virginia. He says I want them to recast Chadwick. Don't want to see them profiting off a real man's death. I never looked at it that way, Nikisha. Quick says, tell us if it's good. Also, I honestly don't care if I get spoiled. I don't care much for Black Panther. I wasn't a big fan. How are you doing tonight, Shakira? Shakira says, especially for me myself. Hippie said, I'm enjoying Lost in Space. Yes, Hippie. Yes. I'm actually glad you liked it. Hippie, watch Cobra Kai next. If you know, when you get a chance. How you doing tonight, Shakira? Travois says Sabrina has become a lost cause thanks to the writers. Riley says I was pissed off at Spencer today. Hmm. Honestly, Valerie, I was actually more annoyed with Spencer. To be honest, I was more annoyed with Trina. Spider says Sabrina sucks. DC says sometimes I wonder if it's for Charles. Were still around. What storylines they had telling since they did in 6 months formats different from all the other shows. Now Jessica says, I don't know what Trina and Spencer were arguing about. Jessica, Trina was arguing about the fact that Spencer didn't tell her the truth. And it was like, well, it already happened, so like, yeah, but I want to hear from you. No. What they wanted to do was catch up new people to what's going on. That's what they wanted to do, which was super annoying. Like I said, Jessica, this episode was just trash. Spider Quick says Trina needs to do her own research on the cast lines and figure out they're bad for each other. Hmm. I don't know, Spider Quake. Just because you come from a bad family doesn't mean that you're bad. It just means that you got some really crappy relatives. That's all. You just have some really bad relatives. Shannon says I'm excited too about Bo and Hope. Okay. DC says the writers on GH don't know how to write the good girl falling for the bad boy correctly with what Spencer and Trina and it shows. I guess so. I just know that it showed today was a really stupid and unnecessary episode. I know that. I know that GH came in last place today. Out of the four of them, it came in last place. Now Travoy says, but you don't understand Spencer is his own worst enemy when it comes to life. Now, I agree with that. DC says I hate to say this, but if Bo is still alive, I like him to come back. Oh, Bob. Bob Guzar still alive, I like him to come back to GH. Interesting. I'm with it. Spider Quick says Anna and Valentine go crazy. I like them as a couple. Spider Quick says I watched GH and YNR already. Oh, I'm sorry to hear. I'm sorry to hear about the GH part, but YNR was good. He said yes, DCP have a podcast on Spotify. It's quite a few podcasters that do soaps on Spotify. Shakira says, GH, I should skip, but I didn't. Yeah, I'm sorry. Shakira, I would have told you to skip it. I would have told you even to not even bother to watch it, if we're going to be honest. Stack says, Trina let Spencer know she went to a comic party and she went to a hotel with Rory. Why go through to argue with him? He's depressed enough. Exactly. Exactly, Stacks. I 100% agree with you on that. Valerie, he has a point, though. I mean, or I don't know if it's a he or she, but Stacks has a point. She here said, why Josh lying about Dex? Because she likes Dex, and that's what she that's what she's doing. I mean, there's I'm not even gonna get in on Josh today. DC says I haven't even watched any soaps today. I've been binging watching The Crown on Netflix. Nikisha says Pier 54 podcast does weekly recaps and deep dives about GH history. Interesting. Now, DC says I agree. Trina should stay home, torturing that man while he was in prison. Here's the thing. Trina already bothered me when she came into the prison and was like, Spencer, how you doing? He's in jail. What do you mean, how is he doing? Like, what kind of stupid question is that? How is he doing? Lisa says, how much longer is Spencer in prison? It's a good question. I mean, with soap operas, we just don't know time. Valerie says, Josh doing the most. What do you mean by Josh is doing the most? I want to make sure I read that question right. DC says, why did you say interesting like that? I don't remember. I really don't remember. I know I said it, DC. I just don't remember why. It's like I had an emotion and I just forgot it. He said, "Yeah, hurting me with this trainer slander. I can't help Nikisha. I can't." Angelique is in the chat. What's good? How you doing tonight? Javon says, "You know what? Laura should rip Trina a new one for how she's treating Spencer." I just thought it was just stupid and unnecessary. Like you walked in, you start asking stupid questions from jump. How you doing? Even when Laura was like, "How you doing?" It's like he's in jail, idiot. What do you mean? How is he doing? Thank you for joining us, Angelique. Spider says Angelique loved the new characters. You know, Angelique loves her characters. The more, the merrier. More, the merrier. But Nikisha. I mean, here's the thing. Angelique says I'm sick. I hate this time. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Angelique. Angelique, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you for joining. Nate is in the chat. What's good? How you doing tonight? Spider Quick says feel better. Yeah, being sick sucks. Sucks. Angelique says thanks, Spencer. You know it. Valerie says hit that like button. Yes, yes, thank you. Thank you. I totally forgot about that. Thank you, Valerie. Yeah, if you're enjoying the chat, definitely hit the like button. We're at 27. We got 13 likes. It really does help. Trust me. Saturday I have 56 likes. I'm pretty sure all those weren't my likes, but I think that's the most likes I think I've ever gotten a video. And I still can't get over that. Like Quick says I get sick once a year. Once a year. Yeah. I used to get sick once a year. Now I feel like I get sick more often than I should. But then again, well, when you're dealing with the public, Shakira says I'm kind of sick with a cold. Oh wow, I'm sorry to hear that, Shakira. I hope you feel better soon. Valerie says haven't had a cold since last year, July. Spotty Quick says I wasn't watching the whole live on Saturday. No, I mean I appreciate you just joining Spotty Quick, even when you did. Angelique says thank you. It takes me longer diabetes. Life slows it up. Yeah. Hope you feel better soon. DC says gargle with salt and water. It helps with colds. Really? I mean, DC, I know it helps with sore throats. Kara says my nose is running. Uh, oh, my bad. Let me try it again. Oh no, you did say it right. DC says, "Wait, can diabetics have salt?" That's a really good question, DC. Valley says that was fun with you and Brock and DC. Yeah, no, thank you, Valley. It was a lot of fun. I was just sitting there telling people, it's like, I felt kind of bad because, the chat was going on and I couldn't really interact with people, but I do appreciate everyone's um the patience and their understanding. Because, ladies and gentlemen, y'all are amazing. DC says Brock T was giving, brown vibes with that cigar curtain. Angelique says no, due to high blood pressure. Most have as well. Barry said lots of people came in. Yeah, Barry, we had 60 people in the chat. I was like, oh my, it was insane, but it was amazing. Shannon says Josh is desperate to keep Dex away from Sunny. Yeah, Shannon, but in her own way, she's trying to look out for Dex. I mean, the dude's been shot. He's been hung up in a meat locker. He's been through some stuff. Barry says, I know. Spider Quick says, I swear that cigar I never smoked or ever doing drugs. Every time I smell cigs, I run. I hate the smell. Yeah, Spider Quick, I'm not exactly. I don't do cigars or cigarettes or anything. It's not my thing. I don't judge people who do. It's just not my thing. Blackmon says, you three are great at what you do. Thank you, Blackmon. Thank you. I take it in every day. Every day. That I actually have people in here that watch my videos and is so supportive. Like, I'm just in awe. Stack says Shannon Berger has got an infection. Nikki said, just say no, young one. Valerie says, I heard you, Spiderquake. Oh, I hate you, Spiderquake. Spiderquake says, I'm never doing that. Not for $1,000,000. Sharon is in the chat. How are you doing tonight? Nate says, I've only been sick once, surprisingly, and it wasn't even because of COVID. Feel life with emotions. Find love. I don't know. Whatever your name is, I'm not even going to bother to. I swore I actually hit you from the channel. How the hell did you get back? Jennifer P is in the chat. How you doing? Valerie says, ill. I don't know what Valerie said ill for. Jessica says, oh no, what is with the bots? Jessica, I mean, at least I'm not even going to talk about that. She says, well, I would do it for $1,000,000. If it's a one-time thing, I mean, that $1,000,000, you can do a lot. I'm just saying. Tracy says, do you think the three of you can do another show before the end of the year together? I don't know, Tracy. I mean, I'm definitely always down to do a collab. I just got to make sure that everyone else is good with their schedule. But Tracy, I've been sitting there talking to my guy DC, and I got some plans for some more fun stuff. I will sit there and say that is in the works. But I don't know, because Tracy, Brock has been, his schedule has been crazy. Like he's been doing reviews at like 3 in the morning, which hats off to him. Now, Spidey Quick says, DC, the thing is, one time could get you addicted. That's true. Now, Karen says, I was training would make up her mind who she wants. Rory Spencer. Why was Maurice Bernard's son on the show? Karen, nepotism. That's why he was on the show. Nepotism. I said it. Stack says Nicole puts borders on the Oh, Nicholas put borders on the window. Shake my head. Esme saw something. Now DC says every time Abba says I've got some plans. EJ Demero. Yeah, you know what it is, DC? I'm very excited. I'm very excited. And when I sit there and say I got some plans, well, DC knows what I'm talking about when I say I got some plans. They're going to be very fun plans. And I got some stuff that's working behind the scenes. Let's put it that way. Now, Shakira says DC, Victor of days in real life, I will miss him. Valerie says, do you ever watch Maurice Bernard podcast dealing with mental health? He's been Trina. He had Trina. Yes. Yes, Valerie. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I did see it though. So that's something I'm gonna be sitting there um trying to watch at some point. I still gotta watch the one where he did with Chad Duell, so I'm definitely behind. Excuse me. Angelique says, I think Sonny's son is gonna be the hook killer. He seems real fixed on Josh. And Trina, I feel like I missed one. Texas, Liz knows Nicholas. Liz knows Nicholas knows where Asme is. He says, I watched State of Mind. It was a good interview. It seemed like it was going to be one. Valerie says she's awesome. Samuel's in the chat. Why know it's good today? I gotta watch it. Or maybe I already did. I know I did a review on it. But I never, Sammy, I never know if I'm actually doing the right review for the right day. But it's been good. It's been good, Samuel. It's been good. Karen says State of Mind show is really good. It is. Jessica says if it's him, Angelique, that would be whack. Now DC says the way Maurice Bernard handled the interview with Diamond, who played Paris on B&B, he was so kind and compassionate. I respect him so much. More after that. Yeah, DC, he seemed like he's a really good dude. Samuel says B&B was funny. He said, yes, Samuel. And Samuel, I think I know which part you're talking about because for me, it was the best part, and that's the Douglas and Thomas scene, hands down. Now, Angelique says Jessica, or maybe he's about to be the girl's new problem. Now, Nikki says, I think the killer's gonna disappoint us regardless. I don't trust the writers to make it satisfying. Very Quick says, what movie you want Marvel to make? Hmm. I got to think about that, Spider Quake. And this one I'm actually going to remember, so I would definitely sit there and take some time and let you know. Because I got some thoughts. But now Samuel says, yes, Douglas was like, I'm not, I'm not dummy. Yes. Samuel, yo, Douglas, that actor killed it in that scene today. And you know, Samuel, the way he actually slowly revealed, like, that I know you're up to something. It was so great. DC says, agreed, this is the worst serial killer storyline ever next to Satan or the same Slayer on all my children. Spike Quick says, I want an Age of the Shield movie or a movie with some characters in there. I agree. Spider Quake, Daisy, Yo Yo, Coulson. Samuel says the smartest person on the show and is Douglas, and he's 6 years old. You know, Samuel, I was not thinking he was probably like 10, but you're 100% right on that. Nikki says, I'm excited for Loki season 2. Oh, yes. I actually loved the first season. I really loved the first season. I also love WandaVision, though, too. Valerie says, no, Jessica says, yeah, I feel like it's going to be disappointing. He says, it's barely even a serial killer. Only 2 people have died, and we only cared about one. Hippie says, the bionic woman. What about the bionic woman, Hippie? I mean, like, as far as a movie. Well, I think Spider Quick was talking about like Marvel, but if they do a Bionic Woman, I hope they do it right because well, they did a show on it in like the early 2000s, and it was something. Spider Quick says, "I love Yo Yo. Don't need to bounce back." Yes, yeah, Spider Quick. She could be the new Marvel speedster. I mean, it's not like they have Quicksilver anymore, even though they call him Peter on the X Men. Um, Shannon says Steve Burns said we may not see him on days till April because they are so far ahead. That's true. But we will see him, so that's something to look forward to. Karen says, why does Nicholas tell Ava about Esmond? Because we know why. He's gonna lose as Jesus Christ. He's gonna lose Ava. DC says I'm watching Days now, only 5 minutes and it's good. Yes, it is. DC actually watched it around 6 o'clock in the morning, and I did my review. So amazing. Samuel says, yeah, GH is having a terrible sweeps week. That serial killer storyline can just disappear like it never happened. I agree with that, Samuel. But you know what? They did give, you know what, Samuel? They got rid of that weight. They got rid of Brando. So I will be grateful for that. We'll be grateful for that. Okay. Um, DC. Okay, DC says, okay. And Nikki says, I wish this Nicholas would be permanent. He has a maturity that current Nicholas lacks. Well, also Nikisha, he's more closer to Ava's age too. Hippie says, I think it would be a good remake. Hopefully, Hippie. Hopefully they would. You know what, Hippie? It depends on who makes it. It really depends on who makes it. It could because here's the thing, Hippie. It could be really good and fun to watch, and it could be really terrible. So maybe they should just give it to Marvel at this point. Even though I did like Black Adam, Spider Quick says, I feel bad for Daisy. She watched her mom die twice. Yeah, Spider Quick, you know what I feel bad for? I feel bad for the actress because I know she wanted to be in the Marvel movies, but Kevin Feige was like, well, we both know how Kevin Feige is. Um, don't get me wrong, he makes some good movies. Value says they can't sweep that hook killer under the rug. DC says Brando to me honestly wasn't that weight though. Cody sure Austin absolutely, but Brando was delivering. No, DC, he was delivering until he wasn't. Until he wasn't, and he was just Sasha's crutch. And then he just had no purpose on the show. And I don't count being someone's crutch as a purpose. He says Brando showed up in every scene he was given. No, I mean, Nikisha, I'm not just saying that like the actor wasn't doing good. I just felt like his character just didn't do anything for me. You know, like after when he first came in, he was great. The minute they put him with Sasha, after a while, DC says I don't feel bad for Rafe though because if they cheated with you, they'll cheat. Yes, that's true, DC. That's true. That doesn't exalt the fact that Eric and Nicole is trash. Let's just be very clear about that. Simmons says I just need Ava to just start shooting folks to to clear the canvas of the dead weight. So tired of Willow crying, please. Oh, Jesus Christ. Valerie says, I like Brando. I like Brando too. I just wish they could have did more. Victoria says Brando was delivering until he got saddled down in the marriage. Yeah. Valerie says, I'm waiting for Brando to relapse. Jennifer P says GH is dragging. They need to do better. Yeah, they do need to do better, Jennifer P. Which is why I'm so hard on which is why I'm so hard on GH. I know somebody was like, "Oh, you're very harsh on the show." I'm like, "Yeah, because I've been watching it since high school. I don't need it to be trash. I need it to be good. Um, Now Nikki says I thought Brandon was gonna go back to work for Sunny and be the new Jason. Yeah, I would have been with it, Nikisha. Karen says Brando could have stayed if he was Sonny's right hand man. Rory and Cody can go. Um, Spider Quick says the actor who plays May looks younger than she is. Spider Quick, I love Belinda May. I just, I just do. I also love the actress too, though. So there's that. Hippie says with real pretty people, of course. Sandra Bullock and Brad Pitt may be funny and cute. Simon says, oh, okay. Mel was in the chat. Mel, I was sitting there like, yo, where's Mel at? Like, where's Mel at? Spotty Quick says, this November sweeps and it's garbage. Yes. Jennifer P said, you're truthful, though. Truthful about GH Dragon, I meant. Yeah, no, thank you, Jennifer P. Thank you. I know some people will sit there and be like, oh, you're kind of harsh and, like you're very serious. But I've been watching Jason's High School. Okay. I love that show. I love the show. And I guess I'm harsh on it because I want it to be better. I know it could be better. They have amazing characters. Despite that some people like some characters other than others, they show up, they do their jobs, and for the most part, they're pretty great at it. They got the characters. They have the recipe to make the show work. So it's disappointing when they don't. Now Spider Quick says Bobby and Hunter were a good couple, but Daisy, May, Gemini, Bobby, yo, look good. Marvel knows how to pick the women. They certainly do, Spider Quake. Spider Quake, when you sit there and say woman, there's a not Carter. I love Agent Carter, and I love the actress that plays Carter. Now Stack says Austin can go. Hat Daddy, Cody, Adam, Rory, and Mason. Just Thanos them. Mel says I watched Days of Our Lives today on Peacock. Gonna watch Beyond Salem tonight on Peacock. Definitely watch Beyond Salem now, and let me know what your thoughts are. Samuel says GH is good with the interaction on family stuff, but when it comes to the mob storylines and serial killer storyline, they lose me as a dedicated fan of the show. Nikki said when Carly told Liz, I'll never see you, I never seen like this. I was hoping we were watching Liz other personality finally, but nope. Yeah, Nikki, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little kind of weird that Carly just stayed. Like, yo, why are you here for? Hippie says, I my or as Hippie says, I am GH, or is that good night? Jessica says, I agree, Samuel. Angelique has eyes. I don't know what that means. Travas says, I remember when Spencer first came back on GH, he was a badass, but they put him with Trina. He became a crutch. That's a problem. That's a problem with your voice. And they do that. Same thing with Brando. Spike Quick says, I know the actress. She was in the Avengers and Captain America and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. a few times, but never seen the Agent Carter show. But okay, Spike Quake, you should watch Agent Carter. I mean, Grant, you know what? I don't want to spoil it for you. Just you should watch Agent Carter. Karen says it seems like Carly's going to see Liz come out of left field. They're not friends. Exactly, Karen. I was like, yo, why are you still here for? Valerie says she got a few. No, Valerie says she got a lot of time now, Albert. Yeah, clearly, since she's not working. She got too much damn time on her hands. Just like Ashley, Nikki, and Phyllis, they got way too much time on their hands. Now Nikki said, how is Spencer's Trina's crutch? Yeah, I didn't understand that either, Nikisha. I agree with the brand on Sasha thing. Spider Quick says I have Peacock. Oh, okay. Spike, wait, then you should. Well, Spike, wait, are you paying the $4.99, or you just have like the free Peacock thing? Valerie says, "LOL." Angelique says, "LOL." Someone had a long list of peeps to go. Yeah. Hippie says, I've been seeing small clips. You should watch it. You should. I think you would like it. It takes a little bit, but I think you should like it. I think you would like it. Mel says EG was crazy strangling Ava. I don't think she does not want to play this game back and forth because EJ will win. She should kept Trip. He should keep Trip kidnapped so that Ava can't get another 20 million. Hmm. Well, EJ, I enjoyed his performance today. Spider Quick says, I don't know. Spider Quick says, I didn't pay. Oh, okay. All right. I was going to sit there and say if you did, then you should watch Days, but Mel says, I know that Chanel murdered Sloan's mom and she is suing for more money. Hey, you know what? Then I get it. Hippie says, can you get it for free? No, unfortunately not. But I can justify that because YouTube work, and I actually do like the show. So Spider Quick says I can see if I watch. Oh, okay. Oh, then yeah, Spider Quick can definitely watch. Then Hippie, I don't know if you can watch it for free, but if you can watch it, watch Days. Karen says Carly is born without Sunny. Hippie says love free stuff. Well, yeah, Hippie. I didn't want to sit there and say it too excitedly, but I was like, yes, I love free stuff too. Spider Quick says I have Peacock to watch the PPV on WWE and True Karen. Okay. Yeah, if you ever get, I mean, Spike Quick, if you ever get a chance, definitely watch Days. Shannon said, Shannon says GH has two whole parent storylines going on right now. Javon says, why do they always do that with male characters? Mm, you know what, Trev voice, I'm not even gonna sit there and say because I feel like I'll just get canceled. Sammy says, I love how Ava isn't scared of EJ. I'm thinking Xander is going to pay for Ava crimes because I think this week Ava is supposed to die. Ooh. Yeah, Sam, I mean, yeah, I give her points. I give her a point. She literally walked in the house like, yo, here I am. Where's my son at? I don't know. I love EJ, though. EJ's my guy. Now, Mel says, I can't wait for Bo and Hope to come back to this winter, but Hope is going to be Princess Gina again. Hippie says, Karen, I agree. Angelique says, thank you, Karen. Sure, she sure as the hell out is what? Angelique says, thank you, Karen. She sure the hell is. Lisa says, I hope Ava isn't killed off the show. Now Spider-Quake says, Lisa, Ava, and GH. No, Spider-Quake, Ava, and Days of Our Lives. See, this is what happens when you have multiple shows. It's like saying Sunny. Sunny from GH or Sunny from Days. Simmons says, I don't like EJ, but I don't hate him. I love characters who have no problem putting him in his place. So Sammy, do you like Chad or Stefan? Mel says Steve is going to be Harris on Days of Our Lives. Yep. Lisa says Hope needs to save Bo. She doesn't have time to be Princess Gina. Karen says, are we going to have to wait till February to find out if Trina is Curtis' daughter? Yes, Karen, unfortunately, because everything's going to go down in that wedding. Everything's going to go down in that wedding. So unfortunately, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's exactly what's going to end up happening. See, Value's like probably, yep. I'm like 99. I'm like 90. I'm like 90% sure. Simmons says I don't hate Chad, but he doesn't make me root for him. Sammy, what characters do you like on Days of Our Lives? Cameron says I hope Ben punches Jeff Weathers. I mean, it was like 20 something years ago, but or however long it was. Mel says Megan has Bo kidnapped. No. Mel says Megan has Bo kept hostage, and this is Stefano's daughter. Oh, okay, Mel. So Megan and Stefan are siblings then. Victoria says Jay has me question if Hat Daddy is Curtis' dad. Curtis' dad. Yep, that's what everyone was meant to talk about in the chat earlier. Now Lisa says, how are they going to bring Kate, Melina, and Kayla? It's gonna be interesting. But Lisa, people are gonna be upset. Just to let you know. Jennifer P says wedding. Yeah, it's supposed to be in February. Mel says John and Steve find Hope Brady, and Hope is not brainwashed back to Princess Gina. Jonathan is in the chat. What's good, Jonathan? You're on time whenever you're here. That's funny too. I was thinking about you. I was like, I haven't seen my guy Jonathan in a hot minute. So thank you for being here. Spike Quick says I'm on my video games, but I check Peacock. I think I could watch Days. Not sure yet, but pretty sure. I think you might like it. All right, give it a week. Give it 5 days. If you don't like it in 5 days, then yeah. Simon says I love Gabby, Johnny, Chanel, and Paulina. Interesting, Samuel. Very interesting because I'm not gonna lie, Samuel. In the beginning, I couldn't stand Gabby, and I couldn't stand Chanel, and Paulina was okay. Johnny was actually the only person I liked, but I'm Gabby's okay now. She just acts like Gabby, so I'm cool. Jonathan said, "How did you like the episode of Days?" Jonathan, I love the episode of Days. I saw it this early in the morning. I'm at this point. I'm just like, I'm not even gonna bother to try to deal with these bots. Help find your perfect match. Nah, bro. I think I'd rather just do some research tonight. How about I start on that quest next time? Hippie says I could easily watch Days if Bo and Hope will be back on. Hippie, that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen soon. Samuel says back in the day I used to hate Marlena. Really? Why is that, Samuel? I'm very curious about that. Jonathan said EJ was all raised up. Yes, Jonathan. I'm not gonna lie, the way he performed, like the actor's performance was good. He says some episodes days are pretty adult for a kid. Sorry, I'm a mom, can't help myself. No, there's a mother's instincts, Nikisha. Karen said, where's Miss Wu and Brad? It's like they're trying to find where's Wado. Yeah, Valerie, I'm a pervert. That's just what it comes down to. And I have no problem saying I'm a pervert. I do find like there's a time and a place for that, though. I will say that. Mel says, I love Steve and Kayla going to rescue Trip, and she went to Hong Kong to rescue Steve, aka Patch, when he was brainwashed as Stefano. Spider Quick says, what's the longest soap? What's the longest soap I'd watch? Well, that's General Hospital. Valerie says, good question, Karen. Jonathan says, did you see the winter previews of Days? Yes, I did, Jonathan. Jonathan, looking at the previews, it just made me so excited for doing my reviews because it's going to be so much fun. So I'm very excited, Jonathan. Very quick says, I don't think anyone was worse than Anna and Valentine scenes. You mean as far as like super adult and stuff? He said on Days went further than Nikisha on days went further than Vanna did. Oh, yeah, 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 they did. Like I said, it gave me Wild Things vibes. My favorite movie back in the days for reasons for research reasons. Jessica said, "What's wrong with it, Spider-Quake?" I mean, I just no, I'm gonna let Spider-Quake answer that. Valerie says, "Older people still do Spider." Um, Jonathan said, "I like to see Megan interact with her other Demara siblings." Yes, Jonathan. Again, this is why I love having you in the chat. This is why I rock with you. Spikewick says nothing I've seen worse or but on TV like ABC that was still a little crazy. I can see that. But then again, Spikewick, I'm not exactly it's weird. I can see here's the thing. I'm a pervert. Okay? But at the same time, I feel like scenes and like, those sex scenes and soaps aren't really necessary. Like I'm an adult. I know what it looks like. Shannon says, I love Stefan. Yeah, I like Stefan too. Hippie says, I'm trying to behave, but it's a challenge. I'm 57 and my kids are grown. I'm trying to behave, but it's a challenge. Hippie, what are you trying to behave? Kind of curious about that. Mel says, I'm excited for Ben and Sierra coming back this winter so he can also play Alex too. Now, I don't know if Ben is actually coming back, but I'll be surprised if he is. Stack says, is Sammy still on days? No, but she's a recurring character. She comes and goes. Mike Quick says, I'll be 18 real soon anyway. Jessica says, damn, you're a baby. Nikki says, that sounds like a trap. Nikki says, that sounds like a trap. What sounds like a trap? Jessica says, I'm 10 years older than you. Sammy says, no, Sammy isn't on days. She pops in and out from time to time. Yeah, I think that's actually a good move. They utilize her well. Lisa says Ben is not coming after what Clyde did. But you know what, Lisa? That would be interesting to see his take on it, though. I've gotten so used to him being Alex that I feel like it would be kind of a step backwards. Splatterqueck says, talking about days where James, Ben Max, son. What? Oh, joke. Oh, okay. Splatterqueck says, talking about babies, where's James, Ben Max's son? He says, joke, I'll be 18 real soon. Sounds like a trap. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, Nikisha, okay. Mel says, I mean that will be cool if Ben can play Alex as well. Yeah, it would be. It will be Mel. Jonathan said R.I.P. Jonathan Anderson, aka Victor Kiyakis. Yes. Yes. But he seemed like I've been saying this throughout the entire stream, but I'll just sit there and say it. Anyway. Um, yeah, it's sad that he's gone, but I'm gonna choose to celebrate his life and everything that he's done, the accomplishments, and just all the joy and stuff like that that he's given to the world, to the fans. As far as even being Victor, his funny one-liners. Victor made his character made me laugh when I first started watching this show when he called Steve a one-eyed, what do you call him? A one-eyed hooligan. I think that's what he called. I think he called him a one-eyed hooligan. That was like, I love this character. Um, Angelique says, "R.I.P. Jonathan Aniston." Stack says, "I love Sammy. She's messy, and I love it." Bodyquake says, "I'm trying to see action, not those dumb scenes with dumb people." Karen says, "I like this temporary Nicholas. I think he did a good job." Me too, Karen. Jonathan said, I think it would make sense for Philip to return when they do Victor's memorial. Yes, I agree. I agree, Jonathan. Samuel says, I think the producer and director of GH used to watch Y&R back in the days because GH shoots and films kind of similar to how Y&R used to shoot their shows in the 90s. Spider Quick says GH does too much talking, no action. Yeah, Spider Quick, the Bob Goozer days, as DC likes to call it. That's when they used to do that stuff. Mel says, I hope that Sierra brings little baby Bo. Come with her. No, she is. Bo's gonna be there. So Jonathan says Victor Kiriakis was never boring. I like that about him. Me too. Hippie says it's hard to watch what I say. Some couples I don't mind seeing intimacy, but some like Carly and Sunny with each other makes my stomach turn. Hmm. Jessica says, is Sunny not concerned about Dax? Exactly. Exactly, Jessica. You would sit there and take out the walls like Dax, Dax, Dax. Oh yeah, the whole prison break. I wonder how that went. Spider Quick says, I want to see Nina do something instead of trying to get sympathy. Mr. Cheyenne says General Hospital has always been trash late has been trash lately. No. Mr. Cheyenne says General Hospital has always been trash. Last episode remember watching was in 2009 when Michael was in a coma. Wow, yes, I remember that too. Stack says, okay. Karen says, I don't like sex scenes and soaps or movies. Yeah. It, Karen, that's why I feel like there's a time and a place for it. I do. Don't get me wrong, I'm a pervert, but there's a time and a place for it. Daisy Flower 40 is in the chat. Carly still looks good and Drew is hot. Tracy says, where is regular Nicholas? Yeah, that's a good question. Samuel says, well, Spider-Quake soap operas are about communication and interaction between characters. Plots are supposed to be set up through character interactions, not the other way around. Spider-Quake says, name the year you think Carly dying in. Well, hopefully never, Spider-Quake. Jonathan said, one like the letter has some decent action scenes. They did. Mel says, I think that Phil should come back from his mental hospital, that everyone thinks he's dead. The only one that knows that he is alive is Roman, Kate, Lucas, Rex. No, he is alive. I agree with that, Samuel. I do. Now, Victoria says, I so agree. He is last, the least care for his employees that Sunny has ever had. Yeah. Jessica, I mean, she's right. Spider-Quake says, Samuel, I don't care about the talking. I'm just saying there's too much talking and not enough action. Daisy Flowers says Spider-Quake Nina would die way before Carly. Hippie says I like Carly and Sunny together, but not with anyone else. Hippie is riding with Carly and Sunny as far as, and I get it though. Jonathan, would you rather have J. Kenneth Johnson return as Phyllis? Jonathan, I only know the last person that played Phyllis. I mean, I only know the last person that played Philip. So, unfortunately, I don't know about the other one. I do like the way that the last person played Philip. Samuel says, I want Philip to come hopping into the hospital on one leg. Jesus Christ. Lisa says Jay Johnson. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know, Jonathan. I mean, I can't really. I don't have a knowledge of the other one to really compare. Now, Mel says Stefan and Gabby will be back together in winter. Spider-Quick says, Daisy, how would you feel if Nina killed Carly, and how would everyone feel because it's GH Anything could happen, Daisy Flower. Jonathan said the last person was Jay, and the other one was the actor who played Rex on Like to Live. I heard about that. I heard about that. I gotta sit there and look that dude up. Now, Hippie says you're cute. He just needs another girlfriend. Johnson says Diane from Cheech is on NCIS right now. Really? Johnson, I actually love that show. Now, Samuel says, by the way, you would hate soap operas in their beginning stages then because they were all there. That all it was for months until something actually happened. But soaps were better back in the 70s to the 90s. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, Samuel, I think I don't. The thing is, Samuel, I don't think that Spidey Quake was around for the Bob Guza days during the mob shootouts and stuff. So now, Victoria says, I'm usually not a fan. Shouldn't be a part, but I like her interaction with Liz. Okay. Karen says, all the Jesus. And I don't understand. I just literally no. Hide him from the channel. Karen says, all the abuse Dex has been thrown. Michael is not paying him enough. Well, he was going to pay him to quit, and he didn't want to quit. So, unfortunately, Karen, that's on Dex. Now, Spider Quick says, is Laura the longest Jewish character alive and still on? Yeah, I would have to say, unless Robert somehow outranks her. Spider Quick says, back again, are you the hug? Now, Hippie says, or he needs to make those stocks worth something than that Carly boy. Yeah. Now, Johnson said, I think it will be either Susan or Ava in the upcoming car crash. Now, Samuel says, no, I think Monica is. Hmm. That's a really good question. I gotta look that up. I gotta look that up, Samuel. Now, Valerie says, where's Monica Q? That's a good question. The key says Monica is the longest, I think, then Laura. Oh. Spider Craig says, that bot's not giving up. No, that bot is not. And I wouldn't mind it. I mean, it was just annoying, but they fill up the chat, and then it's hard for me to sit there and read what people are saying in the chat. So that's why it's annoying. Sammy says, or is Bobby? That's a really good question. I gotta look that up. Val says, I really am going to be sad if Susan Banks dies, but she is also Kristen Demara. Lisa says Maggie is the matriarch of the Kyriakis family. That mansion belongs to her. Johnson said the longest running character on Days is Julie. Valerie says Scotty's too. Yeah, Scotty's been on for a hot minute. Hippie says Monica probably wants to retire. Hippie, somebody said that, I don't know if it was James, but somebody was like, the actress was hurt, like she got hurt or something. And it's taking her a lot longer to heal. So I think that might be it. Jessica says Monica go. I kind of agree with that. Mel says, what do you think Lee Shin's going to be with when Gabby goes to Stefan? Um, I don't know. I think he may just go out like a classic villain and just die or something. Spike Quick says, was Bobby a stripper at Spike Quick says, was Bobby a stripper at the age of 13 or 15? Because Nina said something like that when Bobby threw the drinker. Yeah, I don't exactly. Yeah, Spike Quick. I mean, she was a stripper at a young age, but they never said what age though. Mr. Cheyenne says there are way too many samples and simps on TV. Yeah, sometimes sipping isn't bad if it's on the right woman. Nikki said you could tell by her walk that she wasn't 100%. It was kind of, yeah, yeah, Nikki. So she's a lot older, and like whatever happened to her is taking her a lot longer to heal. Now, Victoria says Bobby was Lady of the Night. That's good. Yeah, she was that too. Johnson says, fun fact about Ken Schreiner, aka Scott on Jade. He did the voice of Green Arrow on Cartoon Network. Yes, I Johnson. I knew that voice sounds so familiar. I used to love that show. I mean, I love the original Justice League, and then when it got to Unlimited, they just started throwing in a bunch of characters, and I was like, so who are you guys again? Spider Quick says, "Oh Lord." Victoria says, "Bobby Pimp was her aunt." Yeah, I really. He says Bobby was a victim. Luke Pimp Bobby out. Oh, wow. Luke was really a POS. Hippie says Scotty and Liesel make a cute couple. Sammy says Bobby was held back in the day. Sammy, you mean like hello good looking, or like what do you mean? Angelique says Monica, Laura, Bobby, Robert, and Anna and Mac. What about them? Victoria says yes, the pimping was a family affair. Valerie says yes, Samuel. Spider Quick says was Bobby worse than Carly now for Bobby back then? I can't say Spider Quick. I wasn't watching the show that long, but maybe in the chat somebody will know. Angelique says yes, Scotty. Victoria says Aunt Ruby. I heard about Aunt Ruby. Jonathan says, and we saw less of the Flash on. Yeah, Jonathan, it was cool to sit there and introduce new characters, but it was something about the original cast, and the chemistry that they had that just worked. And then you just start throwing in a whole bunch of other characters. It was like, all right, this is cool to know some new people, but like, I don't know, something about the original team just worked. Um, I did like when the Justice League versus I can't remember something with Gorilla Grodd and his team. That was a good episode. Daisy Flower 40 says Monica and Alan, you should try and kill each other. Daisy Flower says Monica was worse than Carly. Samuel says, so I'm from Georgia, and when we say some was hell, that means they were a troublemaker and always starting to pop. Oh, okay. Well, now I know something new. Riley says Bobby was worse. Lisa said, whatever happened to Eva on days? That's a good question. I don't know what's going on with the actress. I gotta sit there and look that up. Sammy says, yes, Daisy. They both were terrible. Mel says, I can't believe that Chanel murdered Sloane's mother. I wonder if Bella Brady can help her with the case, even though Melania Trash is not going easy on Chanel. Yeah, she's not. But you know what, Mel? I'm here for Melinda because, well, she looks hot, and I'm just here for it. Tracy says, I, Spotty Quick says, look, my opinion, Marvel will always be better than DC. You know what, Spotty Quick, it really depends. Because people can sit there and talk crap about the movies, but then when it comes towards the cartoons, there's a lot of people that say that DC got the edge. Johnson said, Days of Our Lives special event missing the search for Evan Fears. Yes. That's a good question. I totally forgot about Evans. Samuel says Evans is on the run, isn't he? You know, Samuel, the last time that I saw Evans, Jan Spears kicked him into the water, and we just didn't see him from then, like at all. Karen says Bobby was obsessed with getting Scotty away from Laura. I heard about that back in the day. Spider Quick says, like Marvel copies some DC characters, but Marvel uses copy characters better. Hmm. Oh, you know what, Spider Quick? What characters do they use better that are copies from DC? Spike Quick says, no, Daisy Flower says, I tried Days, the actor who plays Johnny is weak. Tracy says, I like how Gigi has a scene with Carly kissing. I mean, Tracy says, I like how Gigi had a scene with Carly asking Bobby about her health. Hippie says, there's 31 in the chat. Oh, yes, we got, yeah. Thank you, Hippie. 31 people in the chat, 25 people are watching. I mean, 25 likes. So if you are liking the chat, definitely hit the like button because it really does help me. Thank you, Hippie. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. I gotta do that more. Daisy Flower says the younger set on days are a little weaker in acting. Compared to GH, you mean? Jonathan says Orpheus may want to get revenge on Jan if he finds out what she did to his son. Yeah. But then again, Jonathan, Jan Spears is they share a baby. So how much revenge is Orpheus really gonna give? Stack says someone gonna find Dex. Oh, Carly, he needs help. Victoria says Doctor Strange. Oh, yes, compared to that other guy, Dr. Faith. Is that his name, Dr. Faith? It's sad. I actually just watched Black Adam and I totally forgot his name. Is it Faith or Dr. Faith? I feel like it's just Faith or Faith. Dr. Faith? Jesus Christ. Spotty Quick says, I like a few streams against cartoons and comics. DC can have the win, but to me, Marvel has better characters, movies, and shows and games, except for that Marvel Avengers game. You know, Spider Quick, I still gotta play it. The Marvel Avengers game. I have it. I didn't get a chance to actually play it yet. Jonathan said, I think EJ and Sloan getting together would be a good idea. Yeah, Jonathan, EJ needs I saw a preview of EJ and Nicole in bed. The hell is that about? Stack says, what did Josh say about Carly and Drew kissing? That's a really good question, Stack. She said something, but then it's just like it stopped. I'm so glad that you brought that up because she said something and then they just stopped it. Mel says after Jan Spears hit him in the water, and it was too late when Bella saved Sean, but Jan took the baby. Yep. Daisy Flower says some think Michael and Willow are boring. They clearly don't watch Chad and Abby. That's a good point, Daisy Flower. Jonathan says, that's right, Dr. Face. I was about to sit there and say, I was like, have a good night, Nikisha. Thank you for joining. Oh my God, it's like almost 2 hours. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you, Nikisha. And thank you, Jonathan, for like confirming that. Because I was like, it's Dr. something. And that's bad because I hate Warner Brothers, but I am a DC fan. So that sucks. Mel says, I really think Melina Trash is getting revenge on Pauline's daughter because of the whole plea deal for Lana. Yeah. And I mean, on top of that, Mel, if Chanel really did kill, Sloane's mother, then whatever she gets, she gets. Hippie says, if Carly helps with Dex, it will encourage her to go back to nursing. I don't know, Hippie. I don't know if Carly actually has the patience to be a nurse and like bedside manner and yeah, I don't I don't see that for Carly's future. Jonathan said you think we're getting closer to Willow and Nina finding out the truth about each other. You know, Jonathan, we're getting inches. I'll say that we're getting inches. Because Jonathan, you know how it is. They got so many characters. They show Austin like once a month. So we're getting inches at best. Hippie says, but spoilers say Carly will be after everything Nina owns. That'd be funnier to see. Really, hippie? Who? What channel? What channel? What somebody said? Who said that? Victoria does not think they're going to drag the Nina being her mom, especially they are keeping her diagnosis a secret. Yes, Victoria, I think the same thing. I think the exact same thing. I'm like, but of course, it's because we have so many characters on the phone. I mean, so many characters on the show. Very quick says my phone was acting up. Give me a 5 and I'll name my list. Jonathan says, let's hope the paternity doesn't drag out into 2033. The same, Jonathan, same. Mel said, do you think Dr. Ruff had Bo Brady on ice for this long? But it was good to Bo and Hope name and did not say Megan's name. No, I don't know. I don't think that Ruff actually had Bo on ice. Megan actually had a separate team of people that was putting. Yeah, no, Megan had a separate team of people that was putting Bo on ice, and it didn't have anything to do with Ruff. If you said one of my foreigner spoilers. Oh, okay, Hippie, yeah, you can't you can't trust what will come out of their mouths. They just want clicks and views. Have a good night, Valerie. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you being in the chat. But yeah, no, Hippie, you know they just out for Hippie. You know who was a good person to go for spoilers? I think his name is it Tremaine Phoenix? Okay? Last question tonight. Who is the person? He's black and he does spoiler alerts. Hippie says the ones you tell me not to watch. Yes, no, but there's somebody who actually does really good spoiler alerts. And I think his name is Phoenix Tremaine. Phoenix something. Does anyone in the chat know who I'm talking about? He does I think his name is Phoenix Tremaine. Yes, I think that's his name. So yeah, Hippie, go to Phoenix Tremaine. If you want to get good spoilers that's like, you know, they're not just going to sit there and tell you some BS because they want to get views. Go to Phoenix Tremaine. He actually does really good spoilers. But yes, it is actually now 2 hours. So Johnson said, I bet Sarah won't find out about Xander's kidnapping Susan until after Christmas. I can't imagine her staying with him after that. Now it is Phoenix Tremaine, yes. But yeah, Jonathan, I can't imagine it either. I Jonathan, you know how that's gonna go though. You know how that's gonna go. Sarah's gonna dump him and Gwen's gonna sit there and go back out with him. Thank you, Stacks. Yes. Jonathan says Phoenix Tremaine also does good recap. Do recipes too. Yes. Yes, he does. Thank you, Stacks, for confirming that. And yeah, Jonathan, I do remember him doing stuff like that. But it is 10 o'clock. I want to actually put out this B&B review and actually go to bed. I got early in the morning stuff to do. Well, I'm gonna watch Black Panther, so I want to get out my reviews early. Ooh, have a good night, Lin Lin. Hippie says, "Oh, thanks for all the yeah, Hippie. That's what I'm here for. Okay, I got you." Lisa, yes. Phoenix Tremaine. Mel says, "Did you like CR Brady?" Yeah, I, you know Mel. No, Claire Brady. She was okay. I like the second version of Claire Mel. The last one. Have a good night, Hippie. Thank you for joining. Yeah, Mel, I like the second version of Claire. Have a good night, Hippie. Spidey Quick says Hulk Ultra version, Doctor Strange, Ant-Man has better copies than DC. Might be right on that. Stax says Google has 2 weeks breakdown. Have a good night, Stax. Have a good night, Karen. Thank you for joining. Really appreciate that. Spider Quick says also Deadpool and Mr. Fantastic have better copies. Spider-Quake, I'm gonna disagree with you on the Deadpool thing. Deadpool versus that was his name, Slade, Deathstroke. Yeah, I'm gonna disagree with you on that on Spider-Quake. Deathstroke, yeah, no, I actually like Deathstroke better than Deadpool, but I do like Deadpool though. I just like Deathstroke better. Have a good night, Tracy Steves. Thank you for joining. Johnson says the original player did hilarious things. Yeah, no, I can imagine. I can imagine, Jonathan. I came in late to the game now, so that's the version I saw. Now, Lindless says I've been on, but was watching on the TV, couldn't comment. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that you actually glad you was able to make it tonight. I mean, I'm glad. Well, I'm glad you commented. So now I know who you are. Now says Lin, I was coming on to confirm Phoenix. Oh, okay. Okay. But thank you for coming on. Spike Quick says also good night, and there are more mobile copies. I'll name tomorrow. All right, Spike Quick. I actually look forward to him to this. I also look forward to him to this list. So we definitely want to chop it up tomorrow. Now, Jonathan said Deadpool no, I don't. Vigilante. That's a good one. Jonathan, I would actually say Deadpool on that one. I will say Deadpool on that one. Spike Quick says also maybe later I'll see if Days works on tomorrow. Lindley says I'm on most of your posts. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry if I don't. I think I might actually see you on one of the posts, but sometimes it's kind of hard to get to it when it comes to us doing reviews and live streams. So I hope you don't think I'm ignoring you, but I'm actually glad to see you on the stream though. I'm gonna try to do a better job as far as replying to comments though. So I do thank you for just being here and then supporting me and on the channel. Spike Quick says get a DC list or something. Plus, I prefer Iron Man over Batman. Spider Quick. I don't knock you on the Iron Man part. I do like Batman, but I like Iron Man too. Mel says I see that Eli will be back. Yes, he will. That's going to be interesting, Mel. Tracy says thanks for another great. Thank you, Tracy Steves, for just being here. It's the subscribers that actually help me make the show, make the stream as great as it is. So it's a team effort, and people like you, Tracy, that definitely does help. It's the good energy. Like Quick says, before you go, I think Iron Man can beat Batman in a fight. Hmm, I don't know, Spider Quake. Batman is a very good tactician. I mean, Iron Man is very smart, and I like that. But they always say if Batman has enough prep time, he could beat anyone. Now Johnson said, "Look like a Beyonce and two story are progressing to the main." Yes, and Jonathan, I am here for it. Mel says, "What about Lonnie back? Lonnie's in jail." But it'll be kind of interesting if they bring her back. They just got to do it in a smart way. So they got to do it in a smart way. Lynn says, "You don't see my name because I normally watch on TV. I gave you two thumbs on." Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Spikewick says Iron Man has way more tech, and I think he would have good gadgets. I mean, that's true, Spikewick. But sometimes it's not about the gadgets; it's about what's up here. Johnson says, "R.I.P. Kevin." Yes, Kevin Carr. Yes, he will be missed. But again, I'm going to choose to celebrate his life and all the stuff that he gave to the fans, and you know, I'm gonna try to look at it that way. Celebrate his life. I mean, you can mourn his death, but celebrate his life and what he accomplished. Tracy says, love your thumbnails. Nina, yes, yes. You know, I gotta sit there and spice it up, Tracy. Mel says it would be cool if JJ came back. If they did him smart, Mel says, I think I really did not like Eve Donovan on Days of Our Lives. Yeah, I guess she wasn't for everyone. Spike Quick says, Flash, I feel he's overpowered in gadgets. Hmm. I mean, Spider Quick, it's hard to sit there and say he's overpowered, and he's been beaten by people before. You know? I mean, that's the same thing with Superman. You can sit there and say that as well. Mel says, you know that Victor is Jennifer's answer. Yes, I do. I do. I do, Mel. Yeah, I found actually, tell you the truth, I found that out a couple of months ago. But you know what, Spider Quake? Flash is faster than Quicksilver. I can say that. Spider Quake says I hate the Flash. Okay, that's your opinion. I'm not gonna knock you for it. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for it. That's gonna do it for the stream tonight. Johnson says I like the Flash. I like the Flash. Don't get me wrong. I like Quicksilver also. I like both versions. The Peter version on Fox and the Marvel version. I also like the Flash though too. So, like Quick says, I wonder if Yo-Yo is faster than Quicksilver now. Oh, that would be a good race, Spider Quake. That Spider Quake, see, that's why I rock with you in a lot of ways. That's why I rock with you. Mel says, "What do you think of Aaron Carter dieting?" It's sad. It's sad, Mel. I mean, I didn't really know that much about Aaron Carter, so I can't really, you know. I mean, it's sad the passing of almost anyone. Johnson said, "Hawkeye or Green Arrow?" Green Arrow. Johnson, I'm gonna go with Green Arrow. I like Hawkeye. Don't get me wrong, but Green Arrow all the way. Then Spike Quick says IOM Hawkeye. Yeah, I mean Hawkeye's good too. I love the show, but yeah, I love the show also. But I'm gonna go with Green Arrow. But see, that's the thing. That's the thing I love about both characters. It's not like one is so much better than the other. Like Hawkeye is also a really fun character, and I'm looking forward to season 2 of Hawkeye. Or was it? Yeah, it's just called Hawkeye, right? Yes. 27 likes. I want to thank everyone for the likes and the comments and everything. Now it says John. Now Johnson says Hawkeye. I mean, no, Hawk or Egren. Hawk. Johnson. I'm gonna go with the Hawk. I love Hawk. Hawk is my guy. Um, I've always been a huge Hawk fan, even back in the day. Mike Quick says the actor of Green Arrow was yes, I know. A little weird, but I'm like, eh. Mel says I would go with Supergirl or Wonder Woman or Batgirl. Mel, I would actually go with all three. Yeah, but Spider Quick is weird seeing the actor from Green Arrow on WWE. I'm like, the hell are you doing? Like, it's just so weird. You know what? He's getting paid, so I'll let it go. Um, and Jason Momoa was from wrestling, and I love Jason Momoa. So, Spider Quick says Anna and Peter were mother and son on a '90s charm. Hmm. I don't know. Oh, Anna and Peter's son. Yeah, I never watched the '90s charm, but it seemed like it was better in the new version. Johnson, I guess he likes wrestling. Yeah, Jonathan, he's actually on a show called Heels. It's just like a wrestling show. Mel says, you know that Justin Hartley played at Adam. Yes, yeah, Mel. It was before my time, but I do remember that. Daisy Flower says, Spike Quick Harley is a legacy character and serves more purpose than Nina. Nina has no real connection to poor Charles. Well, she does now. Spider-Quake is also John Cena and The Rock. Yes, Spider-Quake. And actually, yeah, I love John Cena. I love The Rock. So, DC said, "Oh my God, yes, still." Yeah, I was not there. I was closing out the chat, but then there was more people commenting, so I want to finish the comments, and now it's like 10:22. But I'm gonna get off soon. I just want to finish these last comments. Now, Spikequake says, I mean Willow. Yeah. Now Spikequake says, and Batista, yes, it's Drax. You're 100% right, and I love Guardians of the Galaxy. John says, what do you think of John Cena and Jonathan? I love John Cena as Peacemaker. Like, I didn't think I was actually gonna like him as him as Peacemaker, but I am loving it, and I can't wait to watch Peacemaker. I didn't actually watch the show yet. DC says I'm watching GH right now, and Trina's getting on Spencer's case, and I'm like, instead of making him feel bad, how about you say thank you? Exactly. I, mm. DC Trina was working my nerves today. Let's put it that way. DC Flood says Spider-Quake Nina wouldn't be allowed to kill Carly. Spider-Quake says, but it's GH though. Mel says, do you think there will be a Sonic the Hedgehog? Yes. Of course, Mel, I do. That ending with Shadow, ugh, I, I'm loving this Sonic franchise. And I'm so glad that they didn't mess that up like they've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other times. I'm so glad. Listen, this was a lot of fun, and I would love to continue chatting with everyone, but I do want to wake up to do some adult stuff, like do my reviews and actually see Black Panther. So I am gonna go, but I will see everyone back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Pacific Standard Time. So definitely be here. I'm gonna probably try to put out a post just to remind people. And Monique is in the chat. Yes, Monique, definitely next time. Yes. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow if you're going to be in the chat. John says Nina's going to want to kill Carly when she. Yes, 100% agree. Have a good night, Lin Lin. Mel says I love all the characters same, but yes. Thank you, Blackmon. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. It's always great seeing you in the chat. Jonathan, it is always great to see you in the chat. So thank you for joining tonight. DC said, not gonna lie, GH is pretty good. Today's GH is pretty good. You know, DC, I'm gonna assume that you actually are being serious and that you're not trolling. But you know what? Also, we got different perspectives, so I can respect that. Have a good night, Spider-Quake. Thank you for joining. This was fun. I'm looking forward towards your list tomorrow. So don't forget. Have a good night, Mel. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Shannon. Thank you for joining. It was fun. It was fun. It was fun chopping out with y'all. This is actually being serious. Oh, who's DC? Okay. I won't knock you, DC. I won't. I'll knock you on a lot of things, but I won't knock you on that. Nightquake says some scenes were good. I don't know. I mean, I can't knock your opinion for that. Daisy Plus says one way to end a show is by killing off lazy characters. Well, look at Luke. Spikeworks says even though he's probably still alive, yeah. He is still alive. I can't believe they're just gonna kill him off. Now DC says, however, Jordan pulling Portia aside to tell her about Esme is in town when she could have done it in front of Curtis and Marshall. She knew what she was doing. Yeah, that's true. I will agree with that. All right. If I if you probably put out a comment and I didn't get back to it, um, we'll just chop it up tomorrow. And I love talking to everyone. Well, clearly I love talking to everyone because I stayed past 20 minutes. But this was a lot of fun though. We're gonna sit there and do it back up again tomorrow. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So just stay safe, everyone. You know what? When I watch Black Panther, I may talk about that as well. Digiflow says, like you said, Luca is alive. Without Sunny, Nina has no purpose. She still do have a purpose, though. She does. She has connections to the town. Ava is her friend. Valentine, Willow, Wiley. She has connections. Very quick says Jonathan. Jordan needs to stop trying to be nice. She needs to tell Portia needs off. I agree with that. I agree with that. I don't understand why she is Spike Way. I don't understand why she's being so. Well, you can just tell her whenever you're ready. It's like, nah, just like a banny, just rip it off. Rip it off. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna be sitting at the end of the stream now, but I definitely look forward to talking to each and every single one of y'all tomorrow, Spiderquake. I'm looking forward towards that list, so we'll definitely chop it up tomorrow. Everyone, DC, Spiderquake, Daisy Flower, Mel, everyone have a good night. Stay safe. And just remember, it's you, ladies and gentlemen, that make these streams so fun. So just keep that in mind when we're doing these streams. Y'all, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't like saying you guys. Y'all, ladies and gentlemen, is what make these streams so fun. Have a good night, everyone. Stay safe, and I will see y'all tomorrow.